Hey y'all, this is Sergeant Dan with Palmetto Edge. So, I got another little series here I want to do. I have several Benchmades in the collection and carry a good bit of them frequently. So, I got to thinking, well, if I had to pick just one of my Benchmades, which one would be the one that I would choose? So, I'm going to have like a little competition here to figure out which of my Benchmades is my personal favorite, and of course I'll give my reasons why. I'm not just gonna pick it and say here we go. So the way I want to do this is kind of like a tournament. So I've got them. Excuse me, I had to take a drink. So what I've done is I have well, here I'll show you. I got my phone over here. I have taken my knives, numbered them, used the Google random number generator to put them against each other. Okay, so that's how this is gonna go. All right, so um, here's all except for one of my Benchmades, and the one that I actually don't have here on the table is my SOCP dagger. Reason for that is that one stays in my plate carrier that I wear at work, and I'm not about to risk taking it out of that and forgetting to put it back in or something, and then wind up needing it and not having it, all just for some YouTube video. Okay, so that one is staying in my plate carrier, but I have certainly accounted for it within this group. Okay, so let's get started because actually the first round is actually involving the SOCP. Okay, so like I said, I just listed my knives at random, no particular order with how I listed them, and then numbered that list, and then used the random number generator on Google to put them against each other. Okay, so no, these two are similar. I put them against each other. Nope, it was all randomly selected. Okay, so first round is going to be the SOCP dagger. Actually, let me double check that just to make sure. Yep, first round. Yep. SOCP dagger versus mini Volation. This is an easy choice for me. I picked the mini Volation for this one. No debate with that at all. And simply because this one's more of a utility knife, okay? This one's one that can be used for utility purposes, for tactical purposes, okay? It's beefy, it's tough, it locks open good, okay? Whereas with this one, for me personally, this one serves one purpose and one purpose only, and that's for the one day that it may potentially process proteins, okay? Like I said, it's a very crucial part of my setup, okay? So don't misunderstand me choosing this one over it for a reason, okay? It's very important to my setup, and that's why it's not here, because I don't want to risk taking it out of that setup and then it not getting put back. Me getting tied up with something else, getting busy, forgetting about it, and forgetting to put it back in my plate carrier, okay? So that one's very important to me, but between the two, I got to pick mini Volation. I really, really love this knife. It's good ergonomically. It's built like a tank. All right, so this one moves on. All right, so round two is going to be this one's going to be a hard one. This one's going to be the Bug Out Black versus the Grip Tilian. All right, so man, it's hard to go wrong with a good old Grip Tilian. As you can see, it actually gets use. All right, it feels good in hand. This is the full-size Grip Tilian, okay? Do get a little bit of a hot spot from the pocket clip here, kind of digging in. But as far as texture goes, it's grippy. It's easy to hold on to. It's smooth as butter, right? It has a great blade shape. I mean, this is just a good utility EDC blade shape. This one is D2 steel. Okay, so that's what that one's got going for it. This one is lighter, much lighter, significantly lighter, okay? This one has the deep carry pocket clip. It's thin. It's also smooth, okay? Real easy to open and close. Blade centering on this one is perfect. It looks great. I love the blackout bug out. It just that all black looks awesome. This one is S30V steel, which I personally have no problem with. Blade shape between the two is just, it's very, very similar, okay? The bug out's cheaper, or not the bug out, excuse me, the Grip Tilian's cheaper as far as price goes. Man, but I've got to say, just based on my personal preference, which one I actually carry more, it's got to go to the bug out. It's just got to go to the bug out. Again, with this one, not saying that this is a bad knife just because it lost, okay? But me personally, based on my personal choice and carry preference and everything, between the two, bug out's the winner on that one. All right, so let's see. Round 3, I have the Mini Crooked River versus the Precinct. This one's a little easy too. I really like the Precinct. I really like that flipper action on these. It's just, it's fast, it's smooth, it's yeah, it's nice. I like the blade shape. One thing I don't like about this one is serrations. I'm not a fan at all of serrated blades. That was all that was available when I got this one. It feels good in hand. I wish the G10 was a little grippier. Let's see. It's got the deep carry pocket clip. Come on, focus. It's got the deep carry pocket clip. This flipper tab does kind of stick out a little bit, okay? I mean, I wish it could have been a little smaller. It is 154 cm blade steel. But I gotta say, between the two, I think the Mini Crooked River is going to win out on this one. It's just a nicer knife, for one. It's nicer materials. It's built for a different purpose, okay? The Precinct is built to be more of a tactical style blade, okay? And I get that, but I mean, it's a liner lock. It's a flipper. It's just not your typical Benchmade, right? So I gotta say the Mini Crooked River on this one. Blade steel is S30V. It's got that axis lock, so it's got that smooth, buttery deployment. I like the orange accents on it. I love the wood handles. I like the size of the Mini a little better than the regular Crooked River. I mean, I like big knives, but just between the two, I like the size and feel of the Mini a little better. It's got just your standard Arrowhead Benchmade pocket clip there. So that's one thing I wish I was a little different about the standard model. Awesome blade shape, great blade shape. It's got that almost kind of a Bowie sort of deal going on there. Actually, this one's my wife's, so I don't get to carry it a whole lot, but when I do, I enjoy it. So yeah, between the two, Mini Crooked River. Sorry, Precinct, you had to go. All right, so let's see. Next one is the proper carbon fiber versus the Grizzly Ridge. And this one's a piece of cake choice too. I picked this one. I picked the carbon fiber proper because, for one, it's a much better blade steel. This one is S90V, okay, whereas this one is S30V, okay. This one actually doesn't fit my carry style very much. This is one more or less that, and again, this one's my wife's, so I don't carry this one hardly ever, but I have, okay. This one's kind of one of those that you carry and you pull out to kind of show off. You know, it's kind of one of those showy knives. I typically prefer to have a knife that's easy to open one-handed, has a pocket clip, okay. But the reason why I choose this one over this one is for one simple reason. This knife has this, I think they call it VersaFlex on it. It's this rubbery, grippy material, and I absolutely hate that stuff. This knife was a gift from my wife, so I appreciate it. I do like the knife, okay? That's another thing, too. There's only one of these Benchmades that's going to be up here that I just don't like, okay? So I do like the knife. I love the blade shape. I like how it's got some jimping out here on the end. I like how it has some jimping out here on the end, so you can really, you know, you can use it to really get some push cuts, stuff like that on. It gives you something to get some grip on there. I like the blade shape. I like how it has this little bit of a recurve here and then all this belly. Sorry, my focus is not working good, guys. I'm going to have to figure something out eventually. But yeah, I like the colors. I like the orange with it. I like the orange barrel spacers and all, and it's smooth. It's centered, okay? Got some thick blade stock there, okay? I mean, it's a good knife, but just for me, this VersaFlex stuff just kills it. Just absolutely kills it, okay? So if I could choose between VersaFlex and carbon fiber and S30V and S90V, okay, this one wins hands down, all right? So, see you later, Grizzly Ridge. All right, next one. Oh, this one's going to be a hard one. Oh, man. This is going to be another hard one. I'm having problems opening my knives today, too. Let me try that. Take two. There we go. All right. It's my Benchmade Contigo versus the Super Freak. Oh, man. How am I going to choose between these two? All right, so sitting here looking at them. I mean, they're both M4 steel. They both have coated blades, so you know, serious rusting and corrosion. Don't have to worry about too much. Although, if you'll see, I am getting some on the edge of this one. So yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to touch up on. So as far as looks go, this one is a good looking. I mean, not that this one isn't, but this one's made to look good. It's got that blade, excuse me, gray and black G10 with the red and the red spacers. Okay, this is just a sweet, sweet looking knife. It's got a great blade shape. It's a great size for EDC tasks. I really, really like this one, but if I'm honest with myself, this one finds its way into my pocket more often. Between the two blade shapes, I like this one better. I like the ergonomics. Well, I don't know if I can... Alright, ergonomically, maybe this one's a little better. But I like the grippiness of this one. This has got some great rough texture on that G10. It's got jimping, like serious jimping in all the right places. It's got a big blade ready to take on whatever you can throw at it. Comes standard with deep carry pocket clip. Has the glass breaker on the end. Yeah. I think between the two, I'm gonna have to pick my Contigo. It sees more pocket time than this one. It's also cut me a few times too. I don't get cut by my knives very often, but the Contigo has bit me a few times. But yeah, I love it. Love that. Love the size. Love the blade shape. So yeah, the Contigo moves on. All right, next one. Man, this is going to be another hard one. My turret, which as you can see has gotten some use here fairly recently. Turret versus Volley. All right, so Volley. The Volley here was one of my first Benchmades, if not my very first. The Precinct, I got the Volley and the Precinct right around the same time. Within a month or two of each other. So, I'm thinking, though, I got the Volley first. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I got the Volley first. So, this one has a special place in my heart. I love the texturing on the G10 with this one. I know there's people out there that don't like it, but I like the assisted open. I've explained that in at least one other video, that I like knowing that barring some catastrophic malfunction with the knife, if I want it open, it's going to open, as opposed to with something like this one. If I don't get it just right, it's not going to open, it's not going to lock open, and that's potentially dangerous. Yeah, let's see. S30V. Yeah, S30V steel on that one. The turret. I love the ergonomics of the turret. It just fits great in my hand. I love the blade shape. Hate the serrations. For me, it comes down to, and I don't know why Benchmade's doing this nowadays. You can get the turret with either without a coated blade and without serrations, or with a coated blade with serrations. So I have to wind up choosing what's more important to me, having that coating on the blade or not having serrations. And for this one, partially just for aesthetics, okay? But for this one, the black with serrations won out over the no black without serrations. I love the color scheme of this one. I love the green and the black. The blade shape, blade centering on this one is perfect. Deployment is easy, it's smooth, like most Benchmades. Absolutely no blade play. Got the deep carry pocket clip on this one. And I'm honestly going to have to do this one about like I did with my last round with the Contigo and the Super Freak. Which one just gets more pocket time? And for me, the turret gets more pocket time. Like I said, not that I don't like my Volley. I love it. It was like my first Benchmade, and I do still carry it. But as far as pocket time goes, the turret sees more. So that's the one that's going to have to move on from this round, is the turret. All right, so let's see. It looks like I got 3 more rounds left for this video. So next round is the 940 versus the Rift. And this one's a piece of cake too. I hate the Rift. I don't like this knife. I don't know why. Because it's smooth. It's got a great action on it. Blade centering's great. I just don't like the way it feels in hand. I know it has a similar blade shape to the Contigo. Matter of fact, almost exactly the same blade shape. It's just a smaller one. But it just doesn't do good for me on this knife. On this knife in particular. So just really, this is like the only Benchmade I have that I don't like. And I really can't explain why. I don't like, I guess part of my issue is that it's in the black class and they call it a tactical knife. And as far as what I look for with tactical knives, this doesn't really check any of the boxes for me, okay? So that's part of the reason why. Maybe if it were in the blue class and they just called it an everyday carry, I would be more willing to be a little more open to it. But to me, Benchmade calling this a tactical knife, that don't cut it. This is not a tactical knife. My 940, I'm probably going to get a little bit of hate out of this. I don't like the 940 as much as a lot of people. Not that there's anything wrong with it at all. It just, I don't know. I don't like it as much. There's plenty of my other Benchmades up here that I would choose over my 940. Okay, but I mean, as you can see, it gets carried, it gets use. Okay, it's nice, it's lightweight. I love the size of it. I love the blade shape. As you can see, I mean, I even like it enough to where I bought some aftermarket scales for it. Okay, so you know, it's just, I just tend to pick other things over it. But between the two, see, what's the blade steel on this one? Yeah, see, blade steel on this one's 154 cm as opposed to S30V on this one. Okay, both of them are Osborne designs. Okay, but between the two, the Rift is absolutely got to go, and the 940 absolutely moves on. All right, so next to last round is the proper. Now this is my blue G10 one versus the mini titanium monolock. Full disclosure again, this is my wife's knife. I do get to carry it from time to time when she lets me. And this is another fairly easy one here. This is by far the winner over this one. Okay, like I said in the competition there for this one, the proper doesn't exactly fit my carry style. Okay, again, not that there's anything necessarily wrong with the proper, but it's not my style. Okay, it doesn't fit in with that, so it's got to go. And this one though, I'm jealous of my wife over this one. This is just a really, really sweet, sweet knife. Titanium handles. It is a frame lock. It's just so nice looking. Feels good in hand. I like the pocket clip. I know there's people out there that hate the pocket clip, but I like it. Just real easy to open. It is not a assisted open, however it may appear to be. Okay. But it's just so smooth. It's got Bowler M390 steel, which is a wonderful, wonderful steel. So yeah, just a real easy choice on that one. The mini time monolock definitely moves on. All right, and here comes my last round. And looking at this one, initially, I was, as I was standing here looking and going, oh no, that's going to be one of them. I was thinking, this is going to be a tough, tough, tough decision. But honestly, it's really not. And here's the reason why. I've already had a bug out move on. I love my bug outs. I love this bug out, and I love this bug out. But like I've already said, I'm not a big fan of serrated blades. So since I've already got a non-serrated bug out move on, what's knocking this one out is those serrations on the blade. So that one's got to go. I choose the bailout in this round. There's been a lot of controversy go around about the bailout. I have had it in my pocket. I have used it like any normal person would use a knife, okay? I have had zero issues with edge roll. I have had zero issues with the edge chipping. I haven't even had to touch it up yet, okay? It is still sharp as all get out. And it has seen use. Like serious use. I mean, I don't mean like I've stabbed it into a piece of wood. And, you know, the crazy things that these people on YouTube do to test their knives, okay? I haven't done anything like that because that's not realistic, okay? That's not what someone in real life, everyday carry situations does with their knives, okay? So that's what I've done with this one. I have just carried it and used it as needed, okay? Have zero complaints whatsoever about it. So, yep, that one's moving on. So here are our winners from this round of knife competition. So what I will do for my next competition related video here is I'll do like I did for the initial round. I'll list them. I'll get on the random number generator and pair them up against each other, and we'll keep going until there's one left. However, if you will notice, if they do get paired up, there is one odd one out. So the way I'm going to handle this with the one odd one out is every single one of them here is going to be eligible to move on without having to compete. Just automatically get bumped up to the next level. And what I'll do with that one is I'll, again, do the random number generator. First number that gets generated is the first one that just moves on. So, like, just the way I have them laid out here, say, for example, the turret's the one that moves on. So this one automatically gets into the next round, and these compete. Okay, so that's how I'm going to handle that. Guys, thank y'all for watching. I hope this is interesting to you. I kind of thought it would be, but, you know, let me know. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter, even though I'm not really using it right now. Once I start getting more people, if I do get more people on it, I guess I'll start using it more. But I have a Twitter, so but definitely my Instagram. I'm definitely a lot more active on that. So go check it out. Guys, thank y'all for watching again. Y'all have a good one.